That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And that one's good from Conley.
Well, just such a smooth, pretty lefty stroke. That three-point opportunity for Mike Conley? Yes, sir.
Now here's Van Vliet. Pass to Green. Şengün with it. Brooks outside. Right side Green. Clock at 6. Oh, the big dunk right over Julius Randle.
And I'll tell you what, I mean, he is a creative, explosive finisher at the rim. Green loves putting on a show.
The kick out to Conley. Offensive board. Back to Edwards. And he drives in. And Edwards slams it in.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards off that drive. Look out.
And here's Green from the arc. He buries it from 3. Green's got 5 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
All too easy for Mr. Gobert in the painted area. Nicely done.
There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan. Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Here's Green, and the layup is good off the glass. 7 points in the game.
I love it. What concentration. Green taking the contact well and converting with confidence.
Gobert inside. The shot no good. Good D by Şengün. The Rockets trail. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson's vertical is impressive. I love seeing this young guard rise up and throw it down.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
We talked about Fred VanVleet and how Coach hopes to counter him. Coach told me I'd love to put size on him and give him an unfavorable matchup. But the truth is, it's all about hustle, just staying on him as much as possible. It's a pretty straightforward strategy, but Coach hopes it's effective. Guys?
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Green, following the score by Minnesota. And they're pushing it up. Here's Conley. It's hauled in by Houston.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Thompson outside. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Minnesota in the lead. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
Edwards can't hit. And it's the Rockets with the ball. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Şengün. Brooks from outside. Houston with another miss.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Edwards looking for an opening. There's the drive. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to be on Amin Thompson. And Doris, you watch Anthony Edwards year to year. He just keeps reaching a new level.
He wants greatness badly. He's putting in the time, BA, to get there. Anthony Edwards, the shooting, the confidence, the leadership, everything's growing. He's now producing like an MVP. Look out, everybody. Here he comes.
Now here's Green. He's got 7. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And that's just an all-around talent there. I mean, Green is dependable at finding his open teammates.
Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by Houston. Pass to Şengün. Now here's Thompson. Back to Şengün. Out to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Thompson's got 6.
Getting enough shots in close to play in.
Oh,
yes!
It's good! Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. That's how you beat the clock. Unreal. A bomb at the buzzer whips the crowd into a frenzy right at the stroke of halftime.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
Pass to Şengün. Sinks the tray. Şengün's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Left side McDaniels. Shoots over Thompson. It's rebounded by Şengün.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here's Thompson. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. Jaden McDaniels picks one up. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. The speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Here's Thompson. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. When you look back at the history of the league, Doris, no position has evolved more than the center.
You know, B.A., that's a tremendous point because when you look at some of the best players in the league, they occupy the 5 spot. They're asked to do so much. Defensively, protect the rim. Be able to switch out and guard smaller players on the perimeter. Now you're being asked to be able to make shots from 3. I mean, big man's got a lot of responsibility in today's game.
It's good.
And fighting his way through. Green not afraid in there with the big boys.
There's a screen. Driving to the basket. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Houston leading by 3. Here's Green. Up again. It's good on the putback. Thompson's got 12 points.
You know, we talk about the value of size out of the backcourt, and that sequence by Thompson is a great example.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Outside, Green. Another miss by Green. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Dillingham. Pass to Miller. Over Green. They get the rebound. And it's in there. Miller's got 4 points in the quarter.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
Now here's Clark. He's scoreless. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Miller. And doesn't connect. That miss makes him 2 for 5. Here's Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. There's a minute 17 left in the second period. For 3, Conley. Nails it from 3. Conley's got 6.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Pass to Van Vliet. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Here's Gobert. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, Rudy Gobert patrolling the glass right now. This guy's a big-time rebounder with his quick feet and long arms.
And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And here's Minnesota now. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Randall. Back to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's McDaniels. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. McDaniels got his first 2 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Minnesota. They're up by 2. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. The Rockets trail. Van Vliet scanning the floor. The 3 from Thompson. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
Defensively, pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
The 3, Smith. The Timberwolves lead by 4. To the middle. Here's Edwards. Back to Randall. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. No good. A bit long that time.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
And Gobert with a block.
Boy, Boy, whenever Gobert is out there, he will make you think about shooting near the rim. This guy's such a good shot blocker.
Yep, count it. And it's a 6-point Minnesota lead.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Rockets trail by 6. To the inside. Pass to Thompson. Right wing. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
Houston shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too.
Now here's Edwards. 16 points for him. Over Brooks. Edwards can't hit.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
And Minnesota with possession here. After the basket by Houston.
Well, smart shot selection from Mike Conley, right? Just get into your mid-range bag and complete the play. He does so there.
Outside for Brooks. Back to Thompson. And he was fouled by... in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
The sheer size of Thompson makes it difficult for defenders to match up well against him.
And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Well, so often the guy who sets the screen. In that instance, Julius Randle with the ball in his hands in the pick and roll. Go ahead, Julius.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic a couple years back. Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Alexander Walker. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Pass to DiVincenzo. Rockets with a rebound.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Now Thompson. The three is up. Randall pulls down the board. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Minnesota shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Up and over Brooks. Minnesota again missing. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. 7-point differential. And the shot goes down.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Here's Dillingham. After the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Pulls it from 20. Here's Gobert. It's McDaniels on the wing. Pass to Dillingham. The three ball. Thompson pulls it in. And here's Brooks. Up and in on the layup. And now just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
We're at the end of the 3rd quarter, and we've still got a close one. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 3. Don't go anywhere. 3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Minnesota leading by 3. For 3, DiVincenzo. The shot that time not on target. Brooks outside. Pass to Thompson. Brooks outside. Back to Thompson. He nails it, and we're tied. Thompson's got 20.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check.
Clark left side. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. An opportunity now to retake the lead.
Showing off their intensity these last few minutes.
And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
To the paint. Here's Reed. Out to DiVincenzo. Just 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Minnesota again missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Brooks. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. And now a 5-point Houston lead.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' 3-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Conley goes in. Outside Edwards. Offensive rebound. Can they get it? Kept alive by Minnesota. There's the triple. Again, the miss by Edwards. The Rockets lead by 5. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Pass to Adams. Here's Green. And here's Thompson for 3. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
And this is big for Thompson's confidence. He needs to keep hitting from downtown.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Picked by Gobert. And here's Edwards outside. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Thompson in the post. Pass to Brooks. Adams with the ball. High post Green. 6 to shoot. Here's Brooks. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Timberwolves trail by 8. Here's Gobert. Outside Edwards. Back to Gobert. To end the drought. Strong finish by Gobert.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
Pass to Şengün. Outside, Green. It's blocked by Gobert.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
Now here's McDaniels. Money. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Down low. Adams, he's open. And another miss by Houston.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
Big time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line. And that'll put him up 2. And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. "19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Outside Edwards. To tie it up. No good! And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this.
Take me to the dark side, baby. Stuck in